Over at Marvel Comics, in the publisher's recent Timeless one shot, we were able to catch up with Kang the Conqueror as he searches for the missing moment. And Kang also learned in that story that he wasn't the only one searching for that moment, as Murden and the Twilight Court also went ahead and closed in on his location, delivering a fatal blow to Kang. Now Kang is turning to the Avengers for help in facing Murden and some of the tribulation events over in the Marvel Universe. My name is Ariko Braddock, and today, let's go ahead and dive into the pages of Avengers issue 2 to see if Earth's mightiest heroes can work with one of their most long-standing villains. But before we dive deeper into the video, I want to go ahead and introduce some additional context for Avengers 2 with Marvel Comics solicitation text for the issue. The Avengers find themselves with a rare gift, foreknowledge of the dangers their way in the form of the deadly tribulation events. But can this information be trusted? And can even Earth's mightiest heroes triumph in the face of cascading disaster? Want to go ahead and introduce our creative team over on Avengers issue 2. This one is written by Jed MacKay, featuring art from CF Via, colors from Federico Blee, letters from VC's Cory Petit, and I want to go ahead and show off the excellent cover over for Avengers number 2, coming in directly from cover artist Stuart Immonen, who I've enjoyed on countless Marvel titles as well. Really like the way that he kind of arranges all of the various Avengers over on this cover. Also, really appreciate the team that writer Jed MacKay and artist CF Via are working with over in this series. Want to extend a big thank you to Adventures in Poor Taste for posting this issue so incredibly fast. And I want to go ahead and take a few moments to talk about some of artist CF Via's contributions over to this series. So I really like the kind of clean and coherent way that CF Via is able to depict kind of so many scenes over across this tale. I think the way that we get, Kang kind of bleeding over on the panel that we have up on the screen is just a really fascinating way to go ahead and frame this page up on the screen. Also, I really like that kind of cold expression that Captain Marvel is delivering towards Kang as well. And I think it gives this issue some more emotional depth here as we can kind of sense the animosity, kind of emanating over from Carol's face, thanks to that really adept art over from CF Via. CF Via has also captured some really wonderful sequences over for the Black Panther. The second story page of this issue features a great sequence with T'Challa kind of leaping into action over in Mexico City across some kind of smaller panels as well. Just the way that CFV is able to work with Jed MacKay to kind of render motion on the page is absolutely wonderful. And in this T'Challa sequence, there's also some really cool moments where T'Challa kind of crashes through the window and closes in over on some Hydra soldiers. Really kind of memorable moment in the issue that I think is really helped thanks to the artistic sequences that CF Via is able to render. There's also a really great moment where T'Challa is delivering some pain over on these Hydra goons that's kind of emphasized thanks to the ridiculous amount of panels over on that page. It's a page with approximately 10 panels here that happens really, really early in the issue as well. Even though I already read the events of Timeless, I still like seeing the recap and how CF Via kind of rendered some of those images over in this issue as well for the series. Elsewhere, over in the kind of script over on Avengers 2, I think this issue does a great job kind of folding in some of the continuity from the Timeless one-shot. I think the way that this issue kind of switches off scenes with Black Panther kind of closing in on some Hydra agents also is a great way to kind of show you some aspects about the issue before revealing where they come from a narrative standpoint. I think Jed MacKay's writing does a great job kind of bringing readers more into the story as they get kind of deeper and deeper into the issue. I think we've really seen Jed MacKay take some interesting story structure with some of his writing specifically on the Moon Knight ongoing series from Marvel. So I love the fact that some of those plot threads and some of the kind of direction that Jed MacKay writes the Moon Knight ongoing with, he kind of takes some of those elements over for this Avengers series. Another aspect that's still intact from the previous issue is when Jed MacKay just kind of allows superheroes to act like superheroes in the issue. I think Sam Wilson has a great moment in this story where he helps just kind of his fellow bystanders as well as Thor in this series. So, alongside the fact that this book has a really big and heady plot featuring an Avengers villain and some really kind of fascinating concepts, there's still a couple aspects that make this just your standard ongoing Avengers tale kind of nestled in the issue as well. And also, I really like the way that this issue kind of teased the next one in the coming of the Ashen Combine, as well as the Impossible City that we'll hopefully see over in some future issues as well from the publisher. So at the end of the day here, I am still really happy over with this second issue of Avengers. I think this issue did a wonderful job kind of implementing some of the continuity over for the timeless one shot to deliver something really interesting here. Very excited for the Avengers to kind of face off over against some tribulation events and to close in on Murden as well as the rest of the Twilight Court here in future issues. I want to know from you, what are some of your thoughts over on this Avengers title so far? Are you intrigued by the status quo for Kang? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for coming to check out our review of Avengers issue 2, and we'll be back to cover everything Marvel Comics, Avengers, Kang the Conqueror, Murden, and the Twilight Court in the near future. Thanks so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.